did want to say big ups to Larry because he talked about the importance of rocks last episode we had. And I gave some pushback there in terms of like how dangerous he was to the world and whether he should be looked at in the same vein as Roger. And Larry's consistently have said, well, Imu views rocks in this way. And I've always painted it as like, no, it's Roger's treasure, it's Roger's story, it's Roger's this and that. But in these moments, it's still rocks that he thinks of first. And I have to give credence to that. Like, I know I'm a narrative scaler, I'm a narrative this and that. It's still rocks that he thinks of in these moments. Whether or not I believe Roger's stronger, it's not important right now. Imu views rocks as a catalyst. Now, they spoke on fate here. I don't want to get into all that, but Imu saying it's all preordained is interesting because you still decide to take the action you're taking now. So what is preordained about that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have an answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're because
it's like, why even act?
Nah,
you know, it's like if it's all preordained, why even go?
Because
if I don't go, it's preordained.
Imu thinking back on all what happened, it's like he's realizing that all these events weren't random coincidences, as the five elders were thinking, but they were all actually connected, and more like a chain of events, all being moved along by inherited will. Those of Joy Boy, Davy Jones, and possibly even Nika as well. That is all leading up to this timeline. Like what they learned about on Laugh Tale, about the Void Century that Roger mentioned. And it's and him mentioning that it was too early for them, right? And then Odin even wrote about it in his journal, and his wife said it before, his wife Toki said it before she passed, and sending Momo and them to the future. Imu realized no matter how hard he tried to prevent this from happening, it was all bound to happen. Like all these chain of events leading up to this moment now. And I think it's very interesting because I just thought of something, because you know he goes into these thoughts and then he sees Luffy Joy, but I guess he has the fruit or whatever, right? But then you're looking at Blackbeard as he says Davy Jones. When he's cutting up the picture of the Wano poster, do the Davy Jones clan have like some type of like showing? Because I thought of how did Garling find out that these members? It's been like 800
like a
years.
tell or something.
Yes, because it's been like 800 years. You go to God Valley. Oh, the Davy Jones clan are here.
You just know when they scruffy and got big lips. I just know them Davies. You know, even going racist as hell.
I actually think it was
Yo, it's so racist.
Shanks'
right?
mother, because she lived at God Valley. She probably knew of the Davy clan.
Or she just accidentally spoke on it. That's
Not
like,
knowing that Garling, that's her.
the Davy clan be real nice to me, and he'd be like, "Oh, word."
It'd be like that.
They live out here.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that white girl in the hood who'd be like, "Yeah, I'm black too," and she's like, "Yo, I'm Davy as well." I'm Davy. He's like, "Damn, you are." Makes me like you more, girl.
I can't.
Garling had that when you chilling with Fine and she reveals something about her past that tells you they'll never be your wife.
That's so crazy.
Yo, listen, man.
Yo,
her past doesn't matter, bro.
That is
Who
crazy.
cares about her past, bro?
That's
It's about who she is now.
That's so crazy because we know what happens to her, bro. Like, that's...
That's just so stupid.
Yeah, seriously, bro.
That's stupid, man.
But I was just curious because how they found out about Blackbeard. Because there's we no hint that Blackbeard's a Davy to them, but Imu's kind of recognizing that he is. And then also, we even look into Saturn even saying, you're talking about his lineage. So I guess they kind of figure it out or they know somehow. But how would they? So I'm thinking, what is their tell that you could be able to identify?
They found out that Blackbeard
is a Davy Jones member.
I was going to bring it up. I think, honestly, is that moment when Shamrock told the Gorosei that he found... I was going to bring this up that I think I want to talk about certain power. I think that's when Shamrock found out, I think Rox had a kid and it's Blackbeard and he survived. I really think that's what happened.
Damn, the whole family hating on you?
I let it fuck because you're thinking it's Shanks.
Yo, family hating on you.
Yo, Pops will never believe it.
Yeah, man. You know that...
Oh, it could be that.
You know that girl you was messing with?
Now what are you talking about?
You mean your mama?
Yeah, her.
That's horrible. Yeah, her. That girl you was name, bro.
What's her
What's
name?
her name, bro?
That's hard.
It don't matter. It don't matter. What you talking about, son?
I did want to say big ups to Larry because he talked about the importance of rocks last episode we had. And I gave some pushback there in terms of like how dangerous he was to the world and whether he should be looked at in the same vein as Roger. And Larry's consistently have said, well, Imu views rocks in this way. And I've always painted it as like, no, it's Roger's treasure, it's Roger's story, it's Roger's this and that. But in these moments, it's still Rocks that he thinks of first. And I have to give credence to that. Like, I know I'm a narrative scaler, I'm a narrative this and that. It's still Rocks that he thinks of in these moments. Whether or not I believe Roger's stronger, it's not important right now. Imu views Rocks as a catalyst before he thinks of Roger. And it's important. Like, that's a thing. And I don't know, obviously there's a tie to the Davy clan that alludes to that. But I do want to give Rocks more credit because I haven't given him as much. You know what I'm saying? And
You barely have.
Listen,
Okay.
listen, this is me owning up to that. He was the first
Do you
person.
want to join the club?
No, I'm good. It's still Roger
give
Gang.
free lemons
It's still,
on Saturday,
it's still Roger Gang.
3 p.m.
But I did really like him thinking back to Rocks in that moment, like, I will be back. And, like, maybe it's just me. I really liked how Oda decided to panel this. Because a lot of people are complaining about Oda's panel work in this chapter specifically for other reasons, but this specific page I liked because it starts with Rocks and then it ends on the same page with Blackbeard. Kind of liked how it flowed this
That was
way.
cool.
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of my theory, whatever, but I just like that this is his son. This is the only surviving potential clan member of the Davy clan, and this is where it ended up at. But the flow of time, like, Shirahoshi's birth, Shanks stealing the devil fruit. Although I think these two should be swapped, but whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why. So people were saying it's in chronological order.
I don't think it is.
But it is to a degree. But the
Yeah.
Harold and Shanks situation should be swapped if it was.
Yeah.
Which I tried to point out,
Yeah.
but nobody's like, nah, yo.
Yeah, no, I don't think it
Rock
is.
sucks.
I do think
I'm like, all right, yo.
I do think that there was a bit of an inconsistency here too, because last chapter Imu was like, okay, so you're the one who was the mist thing going on or whatever with the ships, and then in this chapter it's like we found out who the pirate captain is in the mist. It's Loki.
yeah.
I was like, so you knew who it was, bro, but I guess it's not the exact same. Like, he didn't know Loki had the Nidhogg, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
But, like, it just seemed weird when I was reading it. Like, that seemed kind of dumb. Now, they spoke on fate here. I don't want to get into all that, but Imu saying it's all preordained is interesting because you still decide to take the action you're taking now. So what is preordained about that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have an answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're because
It's like, why even act?
nah,
You know, it's like, if it's all preordained,
Yeah.
why even go? If I don't go, it's preordained.
To me, a lot of the point of One Piece, or at least especially in the post-time skip, is being able to take charge of your own destiny.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the whole central focal point, or at least subtext behind the Katakuri Luffy fight, where it's like, yeah, you can predict the future, but if I will myself enough, I can change the future. And Capone outright like says that to Katakuri live, like in one of those chapters. So this is Imu. I don't care if it's preordained.
Right.
I will take action to change whatever is supposed to happen. I was just on Elbaf and I saw the Nidhogg and I saw Nika. And instead of sitting back and waiting for them to come to me, I'm going to act. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I love that. And another thing, on this pod, I have come at Imu for seeming more like an Orochi type, a Spandam type.
I don't know why.
He still acts cowardly at times. He still, no, listen, I still stand on the fact that he acted those ways when he did. But the leaving to go handle the fine, I'll do it myself actions that he's taking right now.
Bro, he had that Thanos moment.
This is what I want. This is what I want from Imu.
Thug move.
I know I'm not a big Vivi person. Mm-hmm. I never really have been.
Right.
But I am actually excited to see how they tie her back into all this.
I got a beautiful tie-in.
Okay. Because obviously she's...
It's a stupid theory, but you'll like it.
She's a descendant of this Nefertari D. Lily person, and she is one of the 20 kingdoms that, you know, like she is that, right?
Yeah.
I'm very curious as to how she will actually tie in, and I have like a very mini thought process that I do want to shout out Miracle D. Mayo for, because he hit me in the DMs about it. So I'll bring it up later because it ties into what he like just towards the end of the chapter. Okay. So I was hyped, bro. I was mad hyped.
This chapter was so good.
I was hyped. I was like, what? I was hyped, bro. It's like we've been reading for so long for these moments. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even just the build up to this moment.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like,
it was exciting.
I loved every bit of it.
Imu was getting so frustrated and upset and thinking about it. Now he's just thinking of all the people that has effect on something to do with the past, the ancient history, and them targeting him or targeting things that he said are forbidden. And it's a series of certain things. And you see him like, all of them are tied to the things that he wants, like, you know, erased.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, I'm still trying to actually put Neptune with it, Shirahoshi. Like I still don't. She's there, but she's not as focused on as the others. Like the other, like the Void Sentry, the Davy clan, and like the One Piece. Like they're more focused on like scared wise for Imu. I'm not exactly sure Shirahoshi's like purpose in all why Imu finds that threatening. Besides Noah and the Fishman coming up and her maybe destroying whatever, but like because she can control the Neptunians or something like that.
Neptunians, yeah.
Neptunians.
Well, she's probably rumored to have been Poseidon, or Imu probably knows that Poseidon's supposed to be born.
But the thing is,
a mermaid.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like my thing is, how is that a threat to you? That's like
What do you mean? It's an ancient weapon, bro.
But the thing is, like, I get it, but like, imagine.
What?
But for instance, we know other things that could be a threat if you use it, not how to use it against Emo and otherwise.
Are you saying how? Hold on. Are you asking how the ancient weapon of Poseidon specifically would be able to hurt Emo? Okay, so and I kind of get what you're saying because they're underwater. But if you use this mother flame and the world floods, the most dominant race would be the fishermen and these like people who have these abilities. Like
not only that though, but if she can control every sea king that she wishes, like we saw the sea kings, they're bigger than fish, like the Noah.
And for all we know, that could just be the tip of the iceberg of what that ability could be.
Right. So it's like if I sent all these Neptunians and just crashed into the red line, they could just break the red line.
All right, and that's what I don't understand. The threat level, how it's going to be a threat level to him to agree, and what you guys just said, is that that's true, then why are you making fishermen your enemies when you could just have that ancient weapon on your side? Like, if you see how Finger's treating fishermen and treating Jinbei, and if you have that same mindset, you're making an enemy for no reason. When you could, how you control and manipulate things, like you're trying to get Elbath this time. Why not try to do this? You could have had Elbath and you could have had a Fisherman Island. Now you have the Elbath army and an ancient weapon on your side, which you already have with the what you did to Lucia. So just that's the part I didn't understand. I'm looking,
but it's not as though they weren't willing to capitulate with Orihime and have the Fishman people join the reverie. Like they were willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? It took her, but they were still willing to. Like, Evil's not going to deny help. You know what I'm saying?
No, but my thing is, even how they're treating him. And off that, you saw Shirahoshi. If you know Shirahoshi is the daughter of Neptune, that's the ancient weapon right there.
Saying you should have just did what?
I mean, it's different. Like, you could just took her, whatever, if you wanted to. But, like, again, I feel like you could have been better ways. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, she's an ancient weapon, and you're acting like you're not caring about it at all. Like, you're not thinking of it at all. You're not making actions to obtain it or do anything about it. But now I hear you're thinking of it when we see more actively. You go out of your way to stop people going after One Piece. Yeah. Like, you're going out of your way to you're going out of your way to get the Nika fruit. You're going away. You see him actually trying to do it. I see no action whatsoever towards Shirahoshi. Not a little bit.
And I'm not trying to make linger here, but why is that, Lionel? Whitebeard and Big Mom were the people protecting Fishman Island in name. Like, the world government don't have the resources to just go up against Yonkos all the time.
But that was before. Like, that was 20 years ago.
20 years ago, Whitebeard was covering it. During the 2-year gap, Big Mom was covering it. So it's like, unless I want to go to war with the Yonko for this child, I'll deal with it another way or another time. Like, that's the thought process. No? Like, that's the point of the Yonko. Unless you're saying it doesn't matter, just risk it.
I get that. But I'm talking about, I know Shirahoshi wasn't born yet, and I guess the gap between, because I don't know if there was another ancient weapon before Shirahoshi because again, how many years? Like 800 years or whatever. So I don't know. Whatever. But my point is, why didn't you try to get Fishman Island under your bag from the get-go?
Well, Lionel, remember, I think they said, I don't know, what was the distance between the last Poseidon until now?
They never said when the previous Poseidon passed.
But it was during, the Joy Boy era.
She had to have lived during Joy Boy's era because Joy Boy and Poseidon have to exist together, from what Queen Orihime said.
Okay. So that, I'm saying, Lionel, is that beforehand, there's no way you know when Poseidon's going to be born. It's been almost 1,000 years, and Poseidon hasn't come up at all. So it's kind of like, why keep watching something that's not happening?
And the other thing is, based on what's said here, it seems Neptune had a daughter. It's an ancient weapon. That's, okay, I'm going to keep eyes on that girl because she could be an ancient weapon. Because Neptune had a daughter. I probably know the prophecy will be a daughter. It'll be a woman.
That's what I'm talking about, how much Imu knows. Because, I don't know if apparently, I don't know if Imu ever went to Elbath. There's a point that he never did it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he probably doesn't know that mural wall, whatever.
Yeah.
But he still has to know a lot more than anybody. Like, if this prophecy is a thing and the poneglyphs are a thing and it's telling you this. My thinking, I always thought, did we never thought Imu knows what's on those poneglyphs too, as well? So he knows all the timing of what's supposed to happen around this time. So you know that prophecy, you know the timing. Where's your action of actually preventing it? Because I see you doing other stuff. You try to find the Nika fruit, and it's like somehow has a way of it's moving. And there's certain things in Elbath you didn't get to do because like giants, whatever. But there's other things that you had in your power to stop or get or attain, and you're still not acting on it. And now you're getting frustrated because things are not working out when it's the time of the prophecy right now.
Yeah.
So just that's like his knowledge and his lack of acting, and now his anger towards it.
To me, this is one of Imu's big mistakes, and maybe this is probably too much. I'm not going to hold him against it. And I guess it's tricky because like he's almost finding out things too late. Mm-hmm. What he should have did, kind of like what Anel did. You know how Anel, granted it was through his ability, he was keeping tabs on everything that was happening, so he could hear. But that was like through special reasons why he did it. Imu should have been somehow posting up things where he could hear, like stuff you're looking out for. Like I don't know how you would do it, but like if you're worried about Poseidon being born, you got to put away that you get this information to you right away. So that's something in the whole Anel thing where you could hear what's going on, then you would hear Poseidon and stuff like that.
I mean, he based off the flashback, he heard about it as soon as she was born.
But he didn't know that it was Poseidon, like you said. He didn't know it was Poseidon.
How would you
away.
know? Unless it triggers some sort of something that happens.
No, you would hear it though. Like for example, them because like you hear
hear it around the world.
Hearing around the world.
Like you heard Neptune talking to Harald, and then you also heard Neptune cautious about Roger approaching up. It was like, yo, someone's supposed to come around this time. Remember the whole prophecy. So it's twice you hear Neptune kind of mentioning the prophecy to two people. So that's where you kind of get word, like, all right, the timeline is here when my daughter.
I don't think I gotta stop butting it. I don't think what you're asking is feasible at all.
Yeah.
He'd have to have a mole or something to get inside Ryokugo, whatever castle, into the throne room where kings talk.
Right.
Who is getting him this? How is he getting that?
He should have had his own Virgo. That's what he should
No, I'm like, how, bro? He would have to have like finessed the queen.